Gentlemen, if you're over 60 and you're seeing that things aren't going as smoothly as they should, let me tell you something that might wake you up. Not just the pages of the calendar are turning. Those cunning, clogged blood vessels are subtly undermining your vigor and depriving you of the self assurance and performance you previously took for granted. What if I told you the secret that has changed lives in my clinic? It's a single spoonful of a natural powerhouse blend that can restore your unshakable swagger, boost your morning energy, and rekindle robust blood flow. No expensive medications, no temporary solutions, just rehabilitation supported by nature. Hi there, I'm Dr. Layla. I've been helping guys with these issues for more than 30 years as a urologist and men's health specialist. I've seen firsthand how men in their 60s, 70s, and yes, even 80s rediscover their spark, from my busy office in the center of a bustling downtown clinic to late night study sessions looking over the most recent studies. Imagine this. Convinced that his prime is a thing of the past, a silver-haired man enters with his shoulders drooping and whispers his worries about dwindling intimacy. A few weeks later, he returns with sparkling eyes and tales of a rekindled bond with his significant other. When optimism takes the place of despair, that's the magic I live for. And I'm here today to provide you the resources you need to turn that into your story as well. You know, it's a prevalent misconception that circulation problems require prescription from a doctor or some artificial miracle. However, Mother Nature, she has given us ingredients derived from commonplace items you probably have in your pantry that are much more powerful when combined. But only when they work together does their actual power show. And for that reason, I'm excited to share with you my One Spoon Revival, a straightforward concoction of raw cacao, flaxseed, and pomegranate. This trio cleans your arteries, increases the synthesis of nitric oxide, and focuses rushing blood flow where it is most needed. Imagine waking up with renewed energy, facing the day with vigor, and experiencing that innate confidence again. I'll break down the science, the simple how-to, and the real-life victories that men like you are celebrating in a moment. Stay put. You may be surprised at what may be accomplished. If you're nodding along, please do me a favor before we go any further. To ensure that these transformative thoughts appear directly in your feed, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. If this resonates with you, leave a 1 in the comments. If not, leave a 0 there. What I share next is shaped by your input, making it uniquely you. Now, let's get right to the point with the first crucial realization that every male over 60 needs to understand. Weakened erections are a warning sign for impaired circulation, not only a sign of aging. When you enter your 60s, your body undergoes an unseen change that you can't see in the mirror but can feel in private. Year after year, the arteries that formerly carried blood throughout the body begin to harden and lose their suppleness. It's not just getting old, it's the result of decades of stress, poor eating habits, and sedentary lifestyles that wear down your vascular system. Imagine your arteries as a system of busy rivers. When young, they are broad, glistening canals where water flows unhindered. However, silt builds up over time, reducing the flow to a slow trickle. That obstruction? That's the exact reason why blood finds it difficult to get to the penile tissues, making what used to be a simple process into a frustrating one. Add to that the fact that your body's nitric oxide levels fall. This essential chemical signals vessels to widen and welcome blood in, acting as a kind doorman. According to research from organizations like the Mayo Clinic, production tanks can drop by as much as 50% around the age of 60. Without it, rigid arteries remain closed, raising blood pressure and depriving vital regions of nutrients. "Doc, am I just not cutting it anymore?" is a common mumble in my appointments as men internalize this as a personal failure. But I tell them, it's not insufficiency, it's biology. I've actually given advice to hundreds of people who felt alone in their struggle before they discovered that millions of people share their issue.
Most people don't realize this sobering twist. The canary in the coal mine for larger circulatory problems is often bedroom troubles. The vascular highways that connect your heart, brain, and yes, manhood are the same. Downstairs, flow problems are a sign of problems upstream, such as possible heart strain or mental fog. Tom, a former engineer in his mid-60s, was one of my patients who came in embarrassed by his patchy performance. In addition to restoring his closeness, treating the early plaque accumulation found by tests probably prevented a heart attack. The benefit? Arteries can be regenerated. They are not destined to remain clogged. But first, we need to dispel the myth that taking medicines is the panacea it seems to be, and that it may even hasten the decline. Many men automatically reach for that well-known blue pill or its cousins when intimacy begins to wane. They sounded relieved, and I could hear it. It worked like a charm, Doc, for a night. Nevertheless, I provide the unadulterated truth in the silence of my exam room. These medications are not cures, they are band-aids. They are similar to applying new paint to a rusted pipe. While it shines for a while, the rust underneath festers and gets worse with time. They force blood into the penis for a brief burst, but they don't address the underlying causes, which include inflammatory artery linings, arterial obstructions, and depleting nitric oxide.
This is supported by research published in the Journal of the American College of Cardiology, which shows that tablets cannot repair endothelium damage or dissolve cholesterol plaques, which are essential for smooth flow. In certain situations, they may increase heart strain, particularly in elderly men with underlying medical issues. Do not misunderstand. There is a role for drugs in emergency situations. Over-reliance, though, it's a trap. Consider my 68-year-old patient Robert, a former athlete who admitted to feeling hooked and hollow after taking drugs. When he said, "I want real control back," after we switched to natural methods, he was able to kick the habit in a matter of months, and his arteries were in better shape than they had been in years. Pills are a disguise, not a cure. Desperation increases when they eventually lose their effectiveness when vessels deteriorate. The excitement? Beginning with my one-spoon revival, nature provides rebuilders that promote internal healing. Let's now make the connection. Your sexual prowess is directly reflected in the health of your heart. The same arteries that drive your ticker also fuel the arteries downstairs. According to Harvard Health Studies, the penis, with its finer, more delicate arteries, flags concern first when hardening strikes, frequently occurring 3 to 5 years before heart occurrences. It's no accident. In as many as 70% of cases, erectile dysfunction indicates cardiovascular risk. I've had room for men who are struggling with this, such as James, a 72-year-old widower who is rebuilding his life, and who broke down in tears when he admitted that his performance issues caused him to doubt his masculinity. It's not betrayal, I gently informed him. It's a wake-up call. You may protect your heart, mind, and intimacy by heating it early. Enhancing flow not only creates magic in the bedroom, but also protects against strokes, increases mental clarity, and adds years of vitality. Men who have adopted this approach in my practice report clearer answers, as well as increased attention and endurance for activities like golf or raising grandchildren. Holistic healing, strengthen all, revive one. The One Spoon Revival's genius lies in the fact that it tackles the foundation for both passionate living and heart protection. Doubting? When I propose that a simple teaspoon is preferable to high-tech therapies, many patients laugh. Do you mean it? Seeds and fruit? But when the data come in and the science makes sense, the laughing transforms into thankfulness. This combination of raw cacao, flaxseed, and pomegranate uses age-old knowledge that has been verified by contemporary laboratories. The leading fruit is the pomegranate, which is known as the fruit of paradise in folklore. According to a study published in the Nitric Oxide Journal, its polyphenols can increase nitric oxide by as much as 30%, reducing vascular strain and improving flow. After using it, patients gush about consistent energy and dependability. One man, a 65-year-old teacher, described how it eliminated afternoon slumps. The next nutrient powerhouse is flaxseed, which contains lignans and omega-3 fatty acids that reduce LDL cholesterol by 10 to 15%, while gently cleaning arteries. According to a study from the University of Toronto, it prevents atherosclerosis by lowering inflammation. In my opinion, it serves as your vascular housekeeper, facilitating unhindered access to private areas. According to UCLA studies, raw cacao seals the deal. It is pure chocolate essence packed with antioxidants that lower blood pressure and increase nitric oxide. Through endorphins, it improves mood and fights stress, which causes arteries to contract. When combined, they enhance one another. Cacao energizes, flaxseed clarifies, and pomegranate dilates, a symphony for circulation. I've prescribed this to a variety of patients over the course of my 30 years, including a farmer struggling with diet issues and a busy executive dealing with stress-related problems, and I've consistently seen results. Improved follow-up metrics and positive testimonies. One story. Following a heart scare, a 78-year-old veteran used it. 6 months later, his echo revealed an improved ejection fraction, and he confided, "Intimacy's back, and I feel 20 years younger." No one stays with complexity, so simplicity is essential. This custom? As effortless as your daily cup of coffee. Grind raw cacao, flaxseed, and pomegranate seeds or powder in equal amounts. One generous spoonful per day, mix into water for a more straightforward option. Or add some flair to warm oats, yogurt parfait, or berry smoothie. The fruity, nutty tang turns into a delight. Because bodies thrive on routines, consistency is more important than perfection. This protects vascular integrity, much like flossing does for dental health. A 70-year-old patient who was suffering from dawn fatigue changed. Mornings energize me now, and evenings, well, let's say my wife's smiling more. Begin modestly, monitor for a week, and observe how little changes accumulate, such as warmer extremities, more energetic steps, and consistent reactions. The true alchemy goes beyond physiology and is emotional. Men show up defeated, their identities shattered by their apparent frailty. They whisper, "I've lost my edge," with repercussions for their jobs, relationships, and self-perception. However, self-assurance also returns as flow does. I've witnessed people's postures straighten and their laughter deepen. One 62-year-old who had rediscovered confidence in dating after a divorce said, "I feel whole again." It's deep. Regaining bodily strength rekindles inner fervor. Families see the engagement. Partners see the vibrancy. These tales support my goal as Dr. Layla, which is to encourage men to resist the robbery of aging. This about restoring dignity, not just a cure. Lastly, gentlemen, choose hope over despair. Decline is a detour you can reroute, not fate. With decisions like this spoon, I've led many people from darkness to light. It is little but transformative. A healthy heart, a sharp mind, passionate intimacy, a fuller life are all signs of enhanced flow. Men tell me that it's like regaining youth, deeper connections, mirrored pride, and purposeful awakenings. Don't let myths win. Take advantage of this. One spoon, one step toward powerful tomorrows. Begin today. You're capable. Let's rewrite your story with energy and happiness. What will you do first? I'm here supporting you, so share below.